Hey everyone, welcome to McGuire Garage. This is my 1983 Chevy C10 pickup that is the project vehicle. And today we're going to be talking about interior and tackling things like carpet and seats with foam that are missing, seat covers. So if you're about to tackle any kind of project like that, hopefully you find some things helpful in this video. And remember, like and subscribe. Okay, so now I am putting in the carpet. You can see that the instrument cluster is in, and this dash cover pad thingy that I got on our Friends from the East website is on, and I am putting in this carpet, which is hard to do and sweaty because it's heavy. But Ellen and I already put in this back piece with the 6x9s. All right. So the key to this is, I don't know, it's actually molded pretty well, as you can see, but there's extra on the edges. So I'm going to try to figure out what to do with that. Okay, it's actually fitting really well. One of the things, though, is to get it up under on the footwell. And you can see it's bunched up. It's bunched up under the gas pedal. So I'm going to have to do some cutting there. But I'll show you a trick I learned so that it doesn't fray after you cut it. So I'm going to grab some vice grips right here and tug on it and get it as straight under there as possible, and then I'll start to do some cutting and I'll show you that. All right, if any of you have ever cut carpet, you know that when you cut carpet, it frays. And so my idea is to cut the carpet with a knife and then heat up this punch, heat it up, heat it up, heat it up, and then run it along that cut to sort of cauterize it or melt it so that it doesn't fray. So let's give it a shot. Oh boy. Okay, let's see if I can get this on camera. Let's see. It's very hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's very, very hot. I'll come over to this side. Yeah, I'm trying to melt that. Okay, yeah, that's working. I'll just melt this side too. Melt it, melt it, melt it, melt it, melt it. Okay, good. Carpet has indentations there where the bolt holes go. 1, 2, 3 right there, and 4 on each side. What I'm doing is I'm taking a punch and just poking a hole in the carpet where that bolt hole is going to be, and then I'll take that heated punch that I heat up with the torch and I'll burn a hole in the carpet so that it is clean and doesn't fray. Okay, I'm going to remove that punch and I'm going to poke a hole with this and poke a hole with this. There it is. There it is. Ooh, it's smoky. When I heat it up again, it's just going to burn that stuff off. I got the holes burned there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. All right, I'm going to leave this for a little while to let it relax. And because it gets hot, it's hot here in Texas, so that'll actually help it relax some. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. As you can see here, uh, Ellen and I put in this back carpet and these speaker holders, but this carpet's got to go underneath and in the corners. So now I've got to take all of this out. Yay! So these speakers have this sort of mesh cover, right? The screen over it, and the screws are underneath it. So I just use a pick like this, and I just start to pull that out. There we go. And after I remove the speaker, there is hiding under here, way back there. Might be hard to see. Oh, peekaboo! There's a little bolt there that I gotta get out too. All right, here I go. Okay, so We have the carpet trimmed and it's going up there. Our next challenge is we have our dimmer right here. So I've got to try to burn a hole through that. So I've got two ideas. I'm going to mark it with my picks, just like I did for the holes. And then I think I'm going to cut an X there and then burn a circle around it. Okay, what I'm going to try to do with this hot punch is I've marked that, and I'm just going to go right above it, pull up the carpet right above it, and at least start a hole. Right, and just make that hole as big as I can while this is still as hot as it can be. And then I may do a test fit. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to heat this up a little bit so that I can just increase that hole. Yeah, I'll heat it up a little more. All right, let's test fit. Now, it's pretty good. Ow! That's hot. That's pretty good if you ask me. Maybe I can cut a little bit or melt a little bit there. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I have these sill pieces that go on the kick plate that were originally black, but our interior is tan. So you can see that I've painted this. And what I've used is this Rust-Oleum adhesion promoter and then this SEM color coat, which is flexible paint. And even though the cap is black, you can see that it says right there that it's saddle tan. And indeed, yeah, it comes out saddle tan. So this actually works pretty well for your plastic interior pieces so that you don't have to buy all new color pieces. Here's another panel that I did with that spray paint. Super happy with it. I mean, it looks great. And this was only 2 coats. This is going down by my feet, so I wasn't too worried about it. This was originally red or maroon or something, and yeah, that works great. All right, not looking too shabby. We're gonna ignore that right now. Not looking too shabby. So, okay, we're almost ready to drive this puppy. Right now, we are working on the seat, and Ellen, you can see she's started cleaning this vinyl. You can see the difference between not clean or clean, not clean. We were looking at the foam. Foam's actually not in bad shape. So you can just see there are a couple of divots in there, but overall the foam's in pretty good shape. Just that big chunk missing. So rather than paying $300 for a new bottom foam, we went to the local hobby store. We got some upholstery foam that we can use to sort of patch and this batting. But right now I'm going to take the back off of the seat so that she can just work on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, so these seats use the pretty big star bits. So I think this is a T50. So I sprayed it down with WD-40. Hopefully it comes out. It's been in there a long time, man. This is like, I don't know, 40 years of yuck. So let me see if I can get it off.
Here we are with what might be the most disgusting part of this whole process. This nasty foam and the seats. Just trying to get out all this loose stuff before we add the new stuff.
Okay, so we're just trying to cut this piece to fit in that crevasse, and it's hard to cut. We've heard that a electric carving knife or something works well. We just don't. Ellen has cut some foam, we think, kind of. We're going to stick it in there and then we'll shape it after that. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be covered up. So we're going to spray some of this spray adhesive. A lot on it. Woo, okay.
Adhesive-y.
It's very gluey. You're not going to spray any on the phone? I don't know.
Well, it says if you want to reposition it, you would just do it on one piece.
Okay. Yep. Well, whatever. Yeah. It got on my leg. It's in my leg hairs. It's in my leg hairs now.
We're gonna stick.
Okay, let's just, and then just, no, not there. Wait, oh, that is the worst. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to let this stick, and then we're going to start cutting it down. These are some brackets that I made for the seatbelt latches, and you can see that, you know, the seatbelt, well, I just had to do a bunch of stuff because I'm using these universal seatbelts. These are actually brackets from some rock sliders from my son's truck. So I know that they're high grade. The bolts are, you know, the whatever right grade it would be for seatbelts. So yeah, I had to make those brackets. And now I have these universal seatbelts. So you can see this is the tensioner, and then this is the other side. I'm just fitting it now, but I want to put the trim up there. But I just want to do kind of a rough fit right now. I'm having trouble finding the right bolt here. The bolts that I had saved, I don't know, seems to be cross-threaded in there. I'm going to clean up those threads and see what I can do. All right, let's see how that turns out. This is the seat. It is put in, and I have the seatbelt latches coming through the middle. This is again that universal seatbelt latch that just, you know, it wasn't that expensive. These seatbelts, universal seatbelts, and then we got this seat cover, which is not great, but it'll do. Pretty cheap on Amazon, something like that. But I will say we spent money on the carpet kit. The carpet kit is nice. So I'll continue putting in these seat belts as my next step, and then steering wheel, and then first drive in a long time. Okay. Okay, I'm test fitting the seat belt, and the retractor actually fits pretty well right there. I closed the door just to make sure I had enough clearance, but yeah, it fits in there pretty well. I'm gonna tighten it down. All right, so this is the first drive since we've gotten everything back together. Let me see if it even goes in reverse. We've got to tune the carburetor, I think, some. Yeah, that. It's right. But all right, it's doing pretty good. Whoa, what's happening? Little backfire. Oh, there we go.
What happened?
It died.
How did it die?
Yeah, we gotta adjust these brakes.